What's going on, guys? I'm back. I'm on the road. Here we go. I'm here to talk just a little bit with you. This is, of course, Moody Talk. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the unfortunate happenings from last week. Just get into some other things. Depends on what I want to talk about. You ready? Let go. All right. Like I said, man, it's back. Thank you for always listening and following here at Moody Talk. So, hope everybody's having a great week so far. I think today is Wednesday. Whew. This week going by fast, man. Just getting off work, on the way home, hit the grind with you for a little bit. I definitely want to address, give condolences, and extend the thought and just hope for the people who suffered from the shootings last week from El Paso, Texas to Dayton, Ohio. So I'm going to have a moment of silence for that. I know it's always cliche and sometimes to people's dismay to say, pray. This is a praying time. Have your thoughts and stuff. And if you're not able to and cannot go to be a help yourself, then you can't be thoughtless and just simply have, vain sympathy. Pray. But if you can, definitely. Actually, just thinking about that reminds me, I had a dear friend of mine that made a post actually on Facebook in the midst of these shootings, and it seemed like they were angry, and they were like, they had some more mass shootings this week. This is what the post said, not verbatim because I'm just paraphrasing. Like I said, I'm on the road. Some more mass shootings, but don't worry, your thoughts and prayers will fix it. And of course, it sounds redundant or whatever, but in my mind, what perplexed me the most was like, why is this a time that you want to take a shot at religion? People who have faith. I can't say it's just Christianity because other religions pray. And I just thought that was weird. And I was like, but they're the person who believe in, spirituality, energy and all that stuff. And in my mind, I wanted to rebuttal and be like, well, I hope your positive energy fixes everything. Because that's what it sounds like. That's literally would be the same spectrum as if I took the time to try to bash everybody who doesn't have religion and be like, oh, another mass shooting. I hope your positive energy fixes it. Like, it just sounds stupid. It really does, like, in the grand scheme of it. There's no point to bicker about it. But it's just like, if you're not a Christian, you don't like Christianity, you don't believe in it, why take that time to just, like, shoot at it for no reason? Especially in the midst of something way worse going on. And then on top of that, you think that Christians, religions don't already feel that, that stench of death. Like, there's Christians all over the world that's dying, that's being killed. Not Christians praying for other people dying. There's Christians specifically being killed for being a Christian for no other reason. It's not a race, not a color, not whatever. Same color, same gender, just because they decided to be a Christian in a country where they are against it. So, what are we talking about here, man? It's just so much work, more to talk about, so much more that we should be trying to do instead of trying to take these times to aim it at, especially something that's faith. Like, we always have this discussion of aiming it on whether it's white or black. That's a big situation. Because the sad thing is, historically, black people have been the savages. They've been the ones that are the nonsensical, inferior minds, And, these are the ones that always result in violence and all this stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, all of America's mass shootings have been by white people. And that's beyond the point. I'm just saying. So, but like I said, that's the bigger thing, man. If you can do something, if you can go out there to Dayton and El Paso, go out there and see how you can help those families that are grieving and suffering right now. But if you cannot and you want to do something, build a fund. Do something. Because I agree, you definitely can't just don't lie about it. If you generally are going to pray for somebody, then pray. Pray like you mean it. Pray like you would for your brother or sister, mom, dad, or whatever. But if you're just going to say, I'll pray for you, you think just resharing a post saying prayers up for Dayton or prayers up for El Paso, and you not really doing that just because you think you're sharing it and making it public, that's not even real religion. At least from a Christian standpoint. It says in the book of James, why would you tell somebody be of good cheer or offer them these things, but you don't actually go do it yourself? That means faith without works is dead. That really had to get that off my chest. That's been kind of eating at me a little bit. It's just so weird that it's not weird. It's just perplexing still that for people to not like Christianity, they don't believe it, whatever it is, that they still find the time to take a shot whenever they can. So now, while this is a tragic situation, I want to just say something, just a question, and this is just my own skepticism. This is going to be a conspiracy theory to me. And it's not just for these two shootings. It's for the last number of mass shootings I've seen. My question is, out of all these states, all these millions of people that are fighting to have guns regulated so they can carry their own gun, have their own gun on them, and all this stuff that's going on, none of these mass shootings is there somebody there with a gun on them, seemingly. Because I would imagine that, and my friend said it's because they're not coming to the southern parts, I'm from South Carolina, so they're not coming down here and doing it. And, somebody knock on wood for me, because, you say something that, they ain't coming, and then all of a sudden somebody come. God forbid, I'll say that much. God forbid it stop, that mass shootings keep going in general. But it's just weird to me that the mass shootings, they never have somebody in the midst who has a gun that can defend themselves. That's where most people claim to need a gun for. So that can lead to skepticism in one of two ways. It's manipulation by the government to try to invoke people to feel like they need guns to defend themselves, or to invoke people that they shouldn't be guns at all because of people who are using them for these types of things. And I don't know. That's just how, I hate to try and be a conspiracy theorist right now, but just looking at certain stuff, man, you have to question certain things, man, especially when there's a pattern of stuff like this going on. I will say I follow a couple of people, conspiracies, or you would call, conspirators. I don't know what the word to be for saying somebody a conspiracy theorist. Maybe that. But they were like, how you can always see these certain types of actors during these mass shootings, similar actors, or they have similar things to say, or they, you see that they mix up the stories. And I haven't personally followed this. I'll be honest with you. I haven't, read any articles. I haven't looked at the news at this other than, the few times I saw it, flash across saying prayers up. I watched WWE and they had a moment of silence for, for the mass shootings. But they always pinpoint certain stuff, for whatever reason, from what I follow, they think it's fake. They think it's all staged. Not the people who are dying, because they probably are. I'm pretty sure, you can't bring no people back, and that's not fake. But that also goes into a deeper conspiracy theory about the government's tactics to depopulate the world and stuff like that. I'm not going to keep getting any deeper before they cut off my podcast. I just said that's what the conspiracy theories say. Take it as a grain of salt. In your own beliefs, what you think. Find the facts. Find the truth. So, that's that. But, bigger news. Football is coming back. They're already doing everything. And I saw something today while I was at work in the break room. And apparently Antonio Brown got frostbite on his foot for not wearing the proper footwear in the cryogenic machine. That is, I was going to say hilarious, but that's not. This is somebody who's like, this is his career. This is his job to do. So hopefully when they say it's not, they say it was pretty bad, but I hope it's not too severe that it prohibits him from playing. So maybe get better, do the right thing. Sometimes, and I'm not saying maybe he forgot, maybe they didn't have it, and he was like, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. I'm not going to say he's just been automatically neglectful. But for future reference, when people tell you to do something and have proper equipment, even though you feel comfortable with it, just do it. Because sometimes all it needs is that one time for something to go wrong. And I don't say that, just for anything. You're riding motorcycles and you got a helmet, wear your helmet. Man, my brother, he got a motorcycle now, and it scares me to death sometimes just thinking about it, from thinking about bad case scenarios. And I try not to. I try to stay away from it. He's a pretty good driver. He is a good driver anyway. But you just want somebody to be safe, to cover their tracks, to be prepared in those, God forbid, worst case scenarios. But football season's coming up. My team, if I haven't told you before, is the returning LA Rams. I fell for them, I guess you would say. When I started first watching football, it was the greatest show on turf. That's when I first started watching football. Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk was my favorite player in the world, still is. You got Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Pisa Tanoa Samoa, London Fletcher, Al-Azhar Hakeem. And it was just a great team with other people. I'm not going to keep listing. Besides the fact that those are most of the key players anyway that I remember. But yeah, and they won one and they got cheated by the Patriots. I will always say that the Patriots cheated. The Patriots have a slew of different cheating scenarios. But that's besides me, because there's a lot of Patriots fans. And I refuse to hate them anymore. Except for competitive. I probably still hate them in a competitive nature. But that's my team. I'm going for them. Going hard all year. Whoever your team is, comment. Share. Because what we used to do, we used to have a podcast called Sports Moves. And we would always do predictions for the week. Kind of talk about the stats. Talk about the players. See how the season's going to go. And I don't know if we're going to go to it again, man. Just had a couple of different paths, everybody takes every now and then. So me and my co-worker, my partner, who's doing the podcast, we haven't done it in a while. Everybody has their time when they have to grow, branch out. So maybe we come back together and do it. Maybe there's a new one. Who knows? Time will tell. But before I go, I just want to talk, like I said, for a few minutes. I'm going to let you hear one of the songs I made. So if you don't know about me, you'll start learning the more I talk, the more consistent I get with this. I am a minister. Boom. Mind blown. I get it. And we can talk about that too. But besides the fact, I do Christian music. Christian rap music. Now, there's a big difference between Christians who decide to rap and rappers who become Christian. I am a rapper who became Christian. Because most people who are Christian and decide to rap suck at it. There is Christian rap music that sucks. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you got a good message. I get it. Lyrics good. It can even be biblically sound. But if you don't know how to rap, it sucks. But nonetheless, man, I just released a new single on iTunes, Google Play, all these other media, whatever kind of music market that you happen to be on, Tidal, all this stuff, Spotify. I don't know all of them. iHeartRadio. But the song is called God Did It. by me, C. Moody. You can look up C. Moody, and you can look up God Did It. I think it's a dope song. I'm not going to let you hear that because that'll defeat the purpose of me wanting you to go get it. But so you can hear what I got going on, I'm going to let you hear a song I've done called I Play No Games. And I try my best to be as biblically sound as I can in all my music. And once you hear the lyrics, you'll see that my motive isn't, I guess you'll say what the media wants to hear from Christian rappers. I try to be the truth. I aim for the truth, no matter who that's aiming at. That's your hint right there. Here it is.
I play no games. When it comes to what I believe, maybe it's just me. I play no games, but I accept this life well beyond the things that I see. I play no games. See, I put my heart in my faith, cause he ain't got time for the fake. I play no games. See, it's my soul at stake, so no, I don't play. I play no games. 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 They think it's a game. They claiming that's something they really not. I declare it's a shame. They don't fit the credentials but still want the spot. Hypocrite. How do you think that just claiming something automatically makes it official? You ain't even focused, you ain't in no good light. How could you get the picture? But still you out here trying to make everybody believe you a Christian, but put you on mute and everyone sees that your actions don't match your description. You're supposed to be made a new creature, but instead you're just making excuses. So people won't judge our lives because we realize we can't face what the truth is. Now you living a lie. You openly praising the Lord, but your soul is disguised by the sin that you're constantly living in, cause you've been told that you're always forgiven. Nah, y'all don't want the truth, y'all just want control and some TLC. They get mad when things go bad, you still think it's a game, y'all praying for DLC. Faith without works is dead, it's supposed to be part of our being. It ain't just simple dialogue, so don't say it if you don't really mean it. Cause people are dying from it, simply because they won't claim nothing else. Maybe just play solitary and keep the game to yourself. I play no games. When it comes to what I believe, maybe it's just me. I play no games. I accept this life well beyond the things that I see. I play no games. See, I put my heart in my faith, cause he ain't got time for the fake. I play no games. See, it's my soul at stake, so no, I don't play. I play no games. I play no games. Don't play no games. I play no games. I play no games. Don't play no games. I play no games. I play no games. I play no games. I play no games. It ain't really your fault though. I know the corruption is coming from all you've been taught though, and you can't see the problem. Maybe that's due to the fact we've been led in the dark though. Prosperity preachers praying on you, got you praying for money, but under that wool, that wolves praying on you cause their wallets are hungry. They're here to prevent your growth, planting weeds in the ground that you sowed, changing everything that you never known. Got you thinking that they're right but they're wrong. They don't tell you that if you supposed to be something new, you got to kill all the old. Making space for what lives in your soul, instead you're just caught up with silver and gold. Having itching ears for your own desires but ignoring the doctrine. Your addiction is of the world cause you love the feeling but ignoring the toxin. That's how they scrabble the Bible to make their own words and make a monopoly. See, they play with your life, your soul is in trouble, but they dress you up as a novelty. They make sure you look the part, but even the devil dress up like a Christian, hoping to blind you with things in this world to make sure you don't pay attention. But this ain't a game, man, I'm just saying no, I'm Super Saiyan, no Goku. I pray you repent, because in the end, your life will decide if he knows you. Games. When it comes to what I believe, maybe it's just me. I play no games. I accept this life well beyond the things that I see. I play no games. See, I put my heart in my faith, cause he ain't got time for the fake. I play no games. See, it's my soul at stake, so no, I don't play. I play no games. 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 I don't play no games.
Yeah, that's what you heard is, man, little single I did. I can't release that one like I did this one because this was the beat I found off of YouTube. Now granted, it was a free beat, well, it said free for non-profit, so I can release it, but I couldn't do it on media stores unless I try and buy it, which I might do, but that costs money, my friends. So, but if you think it's hot, you think it deserves to be put out, let me know, man. Give me some feedback. Y'all want to listen, but y'all don't want to talk. Don't worry, I do the same thing on YouTube. I got a lot of people out listen to on YouTube like I would a podcast. So, but hit me up. Let's communicate. Once again, man, I appreciate you for listening. This has been C. Moody, and this is Moody Talk. Until next time, be easy.